that's the thing we're creating right now, because it's like it's a trend and everyone jumps on it, but nobody has a clue.
Yes.
And what you create is a lot of these kind of stories, people having really bad experiences with parkour. And the more of those stories we let happen or we gather, it's very bad for the sport.
Coach Europe, maybe you can explain it a bit for people who don't know what it is, because not everyone in Belgium was there last year.
No.
So what is it about, Coach Europe?
I think Coach Europe is like it's a parkour event, specifically for coaches or parkour community developers in Europe to gather and meet up, follow workshops, have great conversations, and basically network, get inspired.
It's not an event made by you.
No.
It's made by Parkour Earth, I think.
No. It's actually started with Nina, and
I didn't know.
I think it's Parkour Vision. I lost the name. That's weird.
If you
Can't
don't,
remember.
I can
Anyway.
look it up. And
You should look it up.
I'll put everything in the description
Yeah,
as well. So.
you should.
Yeah.
And they started Coach Europe. Actually, the first time it was held in Scotland, I think.
How long ago do you know?
I think 4 years, 5 years ago.
So
Yeah, 5 years
there's
ago.
been like 5 Coach Europes.
4.
Okay.
There has been 4. Exactly.
Okay, 4.
And they started that event. It's like an open source parkour event.
Yeah,
it's so cool. Like it's not
cool.
from a certain point of view, or not with a certain point of perspective, or not from like a company or something.
No.
Like it's like,
but there is a purpose to it.
There's a purpose to it. But it's literally open source.
Yeah.
In a sense. So that's really cool. And then there was an event in Scotland, I think, then one in Finland. That's the first time I was on Coach Europe myself. Then there was one in Valencia, which I got invited to do a workshop.
Nice.
And then the fourth time was in Leuven in Belgium.
Leuven, yes.
Which
and
I
you
hosted.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
How did that happen?
I just asked for them if they wanted to host the next Coach Europe. I would be happy to organize it for them, for Coach
Sick.
Europe. Yeah, and that's what they actually have been doing all the time, to search host organizations to host Coach Europe in a certain country, and then just move the event across Europe, which is amazing, because I think everyone can travel and meet other communities, meet other cities, and etc.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
Yeah. I think for me personally, I don't really see myself as a coach individual. I do coach, and I give parkour lessons to students, but I don't really feel like it's part of my identity or something yet. I feel like that's something I want to do later on in my life when I'm a bit older, and really like dig deep into it and pass my knowledge on. But Coach Europe really helped me though to gain a bit more interest and to kind of make me realize how important it is like to be a good coach, especially in parkour. So you can, as we said in the last episode, give your core values to other people, because it's not just about teaching the sport, it's about teaching the way the community works as well, and the values we hold as well. So I think that really helped me. Also, I was also having the Belgium like teachers course at the same time, kind of. Okay. So I was really being ondergedompeld.
Yeah, you delved into coaching
for a bit,
part of your life.
Yeah. And then I also noticed my lessons started gaining some traction as well.
Yeah, improving.
Improving. Yeah. So yeah, it has gotten me more interested. Cool. I think that was also the goal for Coach Europe as well. Yeah. I was really tired though then. I was it was a bit too much for me, but I can imagine. It's a nice event though.
It's like that. It's very nice to hear that a beginner coach like you actually took something out of Coach Europe And I
Yeah,
know
definitely.
very experienced coaches, some of the very experienced coaches
Uh-huh.
who've been coaching for years or like developing their sports club or companies for years. They also got a lot of
Definitely.
out of Coach
The
Europe.
name is a bit
That's crazy.
misleading, I feel
Yeah.
like, because you don't have to be a coach to go there at all.
No.
I think you can get a lot out of it if you're just doing parkour as well.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, if you even have the slightest interest and you want to check it out, you don't have to be a coach. You can just do parkour and just go.
Yeah.
You'll
can
learn
also,
a lot of stuff there.
The
Definitely.
next Coach Europe is again in Leuven, which is actually
Yes.
weird for Coach Europe, but we wanted to have some time to develop other back office stuff for Coach Europe.
Okay.
To maybe make a site, because it takes a lot from an organization to always organize the complete event again. Put it on your site, fix the tickets, blah blah blah, do the communication, have an Instagram account, and we trying to make them like with all the people involved, back office, we're trying to fix those things and just try to have less work in with accommodation and all this kind of stuff. So like accommodation and half five, everything is like that kind of stuff is copy paste. And then the activities on the Coach Europe this year, so 2025, will be upgraded from last year, and we hope to do things even better this year.
Keep improving.
Keep improving on that side, but and then Coach Europe will move.
Don't let that
like
stress you out too much to keep changing as well, because it was a good event.
Yeah.
If the layout is kind of the same, I don't think people would really care. No. You would still get a lot out of it.
Yeah, definitely. We will only change a few things. It was already a really nice experience to do that.
Yeah. Well, we kind of talked about what the goal is, but why do you think it's necessary to have those kind of events?
In my opinion, there's not really an event in parkour that brings coaches or people responsible as company managers or something, or managers from sports club together.
That's true. Yeah.
We meet up to train.
Yeah.
And we meet up to socialize.
It's
or we meet up to compete. That's a new part. But you don't meet up to discuss your coaching.
No, it's kind of you kind of play the trick actually on people, because it's just a meeting, but it's disguised as an event. Literally, it's just because parkour people are not really that like, how do you say, heel stipt and very
strict.
They're really loose and like, I don't think I'm gonna join the meeting, you know. So I think if you would call it like an important coach meeting or something, everyone would be like, okay, but you've disguised it as an event, so everyone's like, oh cool, an event. But then they come and they're like, oh wait, this is actually pretty interesting stuff. And we need to talk about this actually. And you're having discussions and stuff. It's just a huge meeting, bro.
I can definitely see why you feel like that. But in other parts of like society or like these events happen a lot. They just got like network events or like people.
But then it's boring. That sounds boring.
Yeah, it sounds boring. But we make it interesting, and Coach Europe, definitely.
It was nice.
It was interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about Coach Europe, but now let's go back to Parkour Uni. You've created some coaching aspects as well. Some little bubbles that you have on your website, I guess. One of them is a coaching course. Yeah. I don't know exactly. I don't know a lot about it, actually. It's just teaching people how to coach, or?
Yeah, it's basically that, but it's also fresh. It's in development. Yeah. Since I've been creating coaching courses for Belgium coaches since I was 17, 18, I rolled into it and I actually love it and help. It's amazing to do. But I saw some problems arising with the coaching courses that we have in Belgium. Yeah. Especially about accessibility. How accessible is it to follow a coaching course in Belgium? Yes. And secondly, how much people actually developed themselves as a coach and how well that they learned the skills needed in order to improve as a coach. And then with our coaching sports club exception movement, we just really, and I saw as Parkour Uni the need for really good coaches in parkour, and there's just not enough options, and then secondly, there's not good enough options in order to keep evolving the scene, evolving the demand that there's to parkour, and you don't want this to be like a rage and something hot that comes up, like, oh wow, everybody loves parkour now, and then it dies, and after a few years nobody knows of parkour anymore. No. You don't want to do it like that. Like, you want to develop the scene in a really good way, and therefore you need coaches.
Yeah,
you need really nice.
You're talking about not having enough people to be a coach in parkour, because first of all, there aren't a lot of students that are doing parkour. Second of all, they have to keep doing parkour to be experienced enough to be a coach. Yeah. And then you run into a problem because there's not a lot of people left that are old enough, experienced enough to be a coach. So what do you do then? You pick, like, oh, he's like 16. Okay, he's one of the best. We'll like bump him up to being a coach. Yeah. But that's also a bit dangerous. Yeah. In some cases, because they might not have the
and it kills passion for them.
Ah, yes, that can also be true. Yeah.
And I saw it a lot, and that's the trend right now. The trend is to, oh no, in our sports club, we want to have a lot of people in the parkour classes, and the teacher is gone, and we need to find another teacher. Oh, let's pick this 15-year-old who doesn't know what coaching is, but let's put him in charge of the class. Like Robbe and David both had the story in the last episode. They had to coach their friends. This is not a healthy situation. Nope. Not for the kids and not for the coaches. And this is why you need coaching courses courses that are really accessible and can be given at any certain time, so that a lot more people can follow those courses. Yes. Even people you don't expect to take the course. For example, like a PA teacher. Someone who coaches at schools, knows sports very well, has like a good background in leading groups, but just doesn't know parkour that well. Imagine the PA teacher would be interested in parkour and follows a few classes, and then follows an amazing parkour coaching course, which completely teaches him like, okay, this is parkour, this is how you can do it, etc. Then they can start coaching parkour in their free time, and maybe 2 hours, but they would be amazing coaches. And what you then do is you pick those 15-year-olds who are interested in coaching, and you say, hey man, if you want, you can walk alongside that guy who's like an experienced PA teacher. They together can coach, and the 15-year-old can experience coaching, and then when he's 16 years old, he can maybe say to you like, okay, I like coaching, I want to go further on this path, or no, I don't like it. And that's where clubs have to... Parkour is a very young sport. We have to mature. Yeah. And there's a lot of organizations that we can look towards to mature. Yes. For example, the Hero or the Scouts. Yeah. Those are systems that are so old, like 40, 50, like hundreds years old, and they keep working. But it's the same system. People coach there or are there until they're 20 years old, and then they leave. Yeah. And the next generation just follows up and takes up the space. And, and they have
it keeps going,
a system. It keeps going and it never dies out. And that's crazy. And with Exception Movement, with Parkour Uni, we we advised Exception Movement on how to make a system and create a system that follows these some rules and creates like a flow. Yeah. So that coaches can come and go as they like, and they can be developed, and they get the right knowledge. So the course plays a huge part in that role, or will play that part. But there's other segments in your sports club that you need to set right in order for the complete system to work really well. And don't have those stories anymore of David and Robbe. And on the other side, also don't have a sport club management that stresses out constantly because we don't have enough coaches. True. And then the next downside, and we see this trend, I got to look into the data of the Gymnastic Sport Federation. Actually, the amount of people doing parkour in Belgium right now are declining. There's
Really?
less people doing parkour.
Oh.
Funny, interesting data also shows that in gymnastics
Yeah.
clubs, it's declining the amount of people doing parkour, and parkour clubs,
It's
there's
rising. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's a funny data. Although I'm not a huge fan of interpreting data without knowing the story, but
Yeah.
definitely there's a few hints here and there that you maybe can take like, okay, why is that, right? There's a lot of possible reasons, but it's maybe just how do you say? It's maybe guessing, right?
Yeah.
You can only guess the stories about
That's true.
why the data shows this.
I have a story for you.
The
The exact story.
hit up
Yeah.
the story, yeah.
I also started in a gymnastics group
Yeah.
in a little town called Nazareth, but it's
Mhm.
not where Jesus was born. Although I am kind of parkour Jesus. No. So
Fuck.
yeah, it's Nazareth in Belgium. A really little town, a lot of boring stuff happening there.
Yeah.
But also parkour class for some reason, and it started when I was pretty young actually. It started like when parkour was still coming up actually,
Okay.
so pretty young. And then I joined parkour because they did it there, and I didn't
Okay.
really know what it was. I joined there. I trained there for, I want to say 3-4 years maybe, and then I also stopped. Why? Because I was one of the only people actually that was actually doing parkour there, getting in touch with the other side of the community, not the gymnastic side, because we
Mhm.
didn't hear anything else outside of what happened in the gym over there about
Okay.
parkour and stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Mm.
So yeah, I was the only one who actually like went to the outside and saw parkour in Ghent and Flo de Gaulle.
Yeah.
And I was like, what have I been doing? What the hell?
Yeah.
That was not parkour at all. Like, what have I been doing? So I started
Okay.
training outside, and then I joined them. And then a bit later, I got a text a few years later from a guy who was my teacher there.
Mm-hmm.
Still a really young guy. They also had really young teachers as well.
Yeah.
I think you might know one of them. I don't know. You know Bo. He has a friend, Emile. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah. I know.
He also I
Coached
think
there.
began parkour in Nazareth as well.
Okay, cool.
That's where I know him from.
Okay.
But then it just died down, I think. As soon as I left, I think the classes started like declining.
Mhm.
Students went away, and the teachers also were like, because they don't have students to make them teachers. So
yeah.
what do? You know, the
Yeah.
class. I think they canceled the class. I don't know. I don't think
Yeah,
it's
it could
still
be.
on.
Could
I
be.
got a text from the guy. Like, hey, do you want to teach there? I was like,
Yeah.
fuck no. Nah, bro. I don't want to teach there. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So I think that's part of the problem. I think a lot of stories is that way. It starts like, oh, it's a new sport, cool. Let's go to the gym. And then there's not enough parkour, you know? There's not enough vibes, not enough community. It's just basically gymnastics with a little extra spice.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an
So
interesting story.
It's my story.
Yeah, that's the situation in a lot of clubs in Belgium right now. I think similar
Yeah.
to that, and I heard similar
Yeah.
stories. Like, and it's really not to talk down upon people. Definitely
Mhm.
not. It's just as an informative standpoint, just to kind of share what kind of stories that I hear and that I see. Okay. I gave a little workshop about coaching, and
Yeah.
2 kids came in, 17 years old, 16 years old, and they followed the workshop, and they were really, really interested, and they followed parkour in a certain gymnastics club, but
Yes.
they didn't know what a stick was. And they
Okay.
already coached.
Nah.
Yeah.
No,
This
that's
is the
really bad.
situation that these are stories that I pick up, because this is one story.
Bro.
I pick those stories up everywhere in Belgium.
Yeah. For people that don't really do parkour or don't know exactly what it is, if you might be listening, a stick is a really basic move. It's like you would have a football coach that doesn't know what a kick is. You know, like
Yeah.
what? That
I-
doesn't make any sense.
It's funny because I almost made the same metaphor. It's like a coach who gives soccer classes but don't know what offside is. You know,
Yeah.
it's typical. Like, what is offside in soccer? If you don't do soccer, you don't know, right? You
Yeah.
don't know what offside is. But imagine that explaining a coach of
Yeah.
soccer what offside is. That would be like, what are you doing here, right?
Yeah, that's
And-
so weird.
But that's like those guys did an amazing job in the workshop. They learned tons,
Yeah,
and they go
I
back
hope so.
coaching with a different mindset, with different
Yes.
perspectives. You know, their eyes go open, and they're like, "What the fuck? This is what we need." And then, you know, with a fire lit up under their ass, they go coaching, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, guys, we learned all this," and that's what we need way more of in the
Yeah.
parkour scene in Belgium. If you want to develop the sport.
Yeah.
Or if you want to develop the community and whatsoever.
Also, the classes I took in the gym in Nazareth as well, I feel like they really weren't clear at all, because I don't even think I did a stick there actually.
Yeah,
I might have not.
could be, yeah.
Hey, we did like some moves, but it was so vague. I know in the beginning there was one teacher who was pretty good coach, I guess, coach wise, not necessarily parkour wise. And then I remember we got a lot of fire from the higher ups there, who said this class is like, you guys really have to calm down. This is not working. Like,
Oh, wow.
you have to behave. You have to, because what do we have to do? I didn't even know what we had to do in the class. It was so, because there's like a 16-year-old teaching me what, like, maybe do this or maybe do this or a little of that, and you have the gym to yourself. What do you expect kids to do when you don't give them a clear instruction and a huge gym to play in, basically?
Yeah.
They're just gonna do random shit. They're just gonna run around, behave like dogs, basically.
Yeah. And then you can create a lot of stigmas around parkour. Like I follow business coaching, and suddenly another entrepreneur comes to me. She's a mom, and she says like, okay, you pitched your company, and it's clearly about parkour, and I'm actually happy that my kids stopped parkour. And I'm like, what? This is bad for business. If you know,
that's not good.
This is not good. I don't want to hear those stories. So I'm okay, why?
Yes.
Why? And she says like, every time I go to the class and I watch my kids in the class, I need to hold my heart because it's like super unsafe. Like it's almost dangerous.
Yeah.
In exception movement, when I coach, parents go up to me the first few classes and they go, wow, it's crazy how you approach this kind of coaching. Like it's so safe for the kids, and you really explain them how to be safe and how to take the risks. And I'm so happy because a few months ago we went outside and the kids jumping everywhere without a clue about risks or anything. And now he's followed a few classes and he understands what risk is. He doesn't jump on everything that he sees. This is where the sport needs to go. But that's the thing we're creating right now, because it's a trend and everyone jumps on it, but nobody has a clue.
Yes.
And what you create is a lot of these kind of stories, people having really bad experiences with parkour. And the more of those stories we let happen or we gather, it's very bad for the sport.
That's true. Yeah.
Then the sport will decline because people get really negative experiences and they will associate it with parkour, not with the club.
Yeah,
they will, and
is there a way to prevent these stories from happening?
Share more, and that's what we've been trying to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got to just share the shit out of everything that's parkour. The more, and that's that. So we developed a course. It's an online course. You can follow it online. We need like 2 moments with you in person. So that's amazing. I think everyone can make 2 days free in their schedule over 6 months.
Definitely.
The rest is online. And what we do is basically we meet up every week for 1 hour to teach you about a very specific subject.
Yeah.
It's also very interactive because you meet up online and it's not 1 hour of listening. It's like 5 to 10 minutes of listening. And then you just go task after task after task, or question after question after question, and you are separated in groups, and you have to make a certain assignment or something within the class still.
Yeah.
So then you get a sense of like what is the theory behind this coaching. Like sometimes it's communication, but it can also be like how to create games, for example, like really interesting good games for your class.
Everything you need to
everything
teach,
you need
to coach,
just to like at the base level to coach parkour. And then they already coach, so then they go to the class and they get an assignment in the class. For example, the game you just made in the theory class, try it.
Okay.
Then they need to film it, or a kid needs to film their explanation, and then they send over the video to me, and I see the video like, oh, that was a really good explanation, but you could improve this, this, and this, and this. They get the feedback. Next week we meet up again, we discuss the feedback, we do a few extra tasks, and they implement it again. Yeah. And that's the thing, we learn through repetition. Okay. And we learn through immediate feedback.
Yes.
And we also learn by implementing, not by knowing.
That's so good. And
that's the thing, what we did in all previous courses. We had 1 week, we stamped everyone's head full with knowledge about parkour, but if you have to concentrate for 8 hours a day, dude, in the first day everyone's brain is cooked, and everything you add in the other 5 days it's not gonna stay. Yeah. So do you create coaches that way? No, not really. They like, and that's the thing. If you have, so we spread the course over 6 months, and in 6 months they get to repeat a lot of stuff, all these kind of things, and then somewhere in the 6 months I go to their class and I watch one class of them. I give them feedback. They get the feedback. They work on it, and when they feel ready after the 6 months, they get another 6 months to prepare, and then they take the exam. Yeah. And what is the exam? The exam is I go to your class. I watch you coaching for 1 hour, and then I say, okay, you did very well, depending on the feedback you had. Which is amazing is they get to teach in their own class. Mm-hmm. And this never happened in Belgium. Yeah, that's nice. No one ever for an exam coached their own class. Yeah. And then you cannot show what you are actually, if you're actually good. Yeah. I really think so. With really new kids, you cannot really express or show the skills that you have as a coach. Yeah. And that's what motivates a lot of people, this kind, how we organize it. And then the thing is, and that's probably what most people are going to ask, yeah, but Florian, what about the technical side of things? Because obviously it's very hard to do some practical stuff. And so therefore we made Parkour op school. Oh yeah, we should talk about it next. Exactly. We can take a break for now. Yeah, cool. Yeah, sick. All right. Before we continue to talk about the school coaching, I think. School, yes. Oh, wait, let me see if this is okay. To the people listening, we've been talking about a problem in not only our community, but in the parkour community worldwide this whole time. And Florian has just offered the solution. Literally. You've created part of the solution. So I think that's why you're such an important part of not only our community, but just for the parkour community. And I really thank you for it, because it's... Oh, that's my thing. Okay. Yeah. It's so important. And it's work that kind of goes unnoticed by a lot of people, because I don't think everybody in the Belgian community knows what you're up to the whole time. And they hear Parkour Uni and they're like, oh yeah, that's Florian. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what exactly is he doing? Like, okay. I'm cooking. He's cooking. And Florian's cooking, guys. And I don't have a restaurant where I can invite people to oh yeah, that's true. Because you're making all these dishes, but no one is tasting them. Not yet. That's the thing. Oh my god. Yeah, bro. It creates. It takes a lot of work. Yeah. To fix shit that you definitely or and to make great stuff. Yeah, and also to get it out there is the hardest. Exactly. Yeah. And okay, maybe I'm a perfectionist, but then the next phase is sharing it. Yeah. And it takes time. Yeah. It takes time. Imagine if every country and every parkour community had their own Florian, their own. They have coaching. They have. You know, yeah. That would be sick, and that would solve a lot of problems, I think. Yeah. One of your dishes you cooked, so very fine, such a good dish, is a school course. I guess. Can you tell me some stuff about it? So Parkour op School is it's a mini course on technical sides of parkour, very basic skills, in which we made very profound tutorials on how to do them, how to learn them, But also for teachers or for coaches.
Yes.
We completely made a background with like what kind of obstacles or what kind of setups do you need to teach them, and then also made a video specifically for the coach about what to know about this move in order for you to teach it. This system creates for multiple opportunities, actually. The first opportunity is for a PA teacher to actually give parkour on the school in the PA classes. Although he's not an expert, or he or she is not an expert on it, because they can just watch the video, get the course, and explain it with the video, or maybe they can show pictures, because we also provided pictures. We also provided like tasks, so they have like tons of inspiration, and they can share it in a way that they want to share it. So they can watch the videos at home and explain it like a regular parkour coach should do. Or he can also put up the tablets in the class and just show the video to the kids, and the kids will understand what's happening, and they can just get along. And like the tutorials are very short, in a way that like you have to listen for 20 to 30 seconds, and then you can start with the move. With the first step. And then we make like all these different baby steps for kids to learn. And then at the end of the video, which is probably 5 minutes, so 3 to 5 minutes long, you completely control the technique. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's also solving a lot of problems. I have another story for you. When I was in school, last year, that's crazy. There was an intern who had to teach our gymnastics class. And he chose, very funny, parkour. And everybody, he said it. And it was already a pretty like shy guy, and like really like you saw he still, he hadn't coached a lot as well. So he came in like a really skinny tall guy, like, oh yeah, hi everyone. And the teacher's like, oh, he's gonna be teaching parkour. And I see everyone's head turn like right at me, and I'm like, oh no,
this guy,
you should not have chosen that one, bro. everybody immediately, oh, this guy does parkour, he did like the world championships. And the intern's face was like, shit, what do I do? That's so weird. I don't even remember what like the classes were about exactly. It was so, I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I think I was doing most of the explaining. It was,
I can imagine.
That was pretty bad for him. But so that's one of the reasons.
For you, man. Shit. That's a great story.
That's pretty great story. So I think it's really necessary, especially for PA teachers to get like just a base going, just base knowledge and base movement of parkour, so they can properly like, because I think a lot of them are just winging it, and like, I heard about free running somewhere,
and but also like there were a lot of initiatives from people from the parkour scene who already made such a course. So a lot of work has been done. The only problem with it is like with every work, there were some downsides which created huge obstacles to actually implement parkour in schools. I think most of the problem there was that it was like people's bachelor exam to make these kind of courses. So what happens is you work on it as a student. You know, we all kind of know how it goes sometimes. And anyway, you do. Some of them did an amazing job. So they do the amazing job, but then it stops.
That's true. They don't.
For
continue.
them, it's done. They don't continue because it's done. You know, it's a problem. And that's what we wanted to do with Parkour Uni, is like make a promise. Like if something is not good in parkour on school, we will fix it. We will keep improving. If something needs to be done, we will do it. So it's an evolving project. But also we took all those bachelor exams. We checked them, we read them, we talked with the people who made them. Nico van Ole, Nico Leenaerts, Sibren Oerlemans. I mentioned them because they deserve a shout out for doing the work. And we actually talked with them like, what do you think could improve? And we improved a lot. And for example, we made the videos so that, for example, PA teachers who are 55 years old don't have to learn a new sport in order for it to teach. They can just show a video. That's how it's supposed to be done.
That's so good.
Yeah, but if you create a course where all the info is on, and you can read it and you can see some pictures, you still don't know how the move should be done. So you get the course, you get to know everything about parkour, but you cannot teach it because you're 50 years old and a PA teacher. You see, that's a huge obstacle.
Yeah.
And Parkour on School just solves it. And that's why it will be amazing.
Every school should know this.
Yeah.
And this should be in every like guideline book in every school. Like, I want to teach a parkour class. Parkour Uni.
Yeah. Okay. It's been received super good.
Really?
Yeah. People are hyped about it. PA teachers love it. And it's free. So you can like just go on my site, you download it, and you can use it. Yeah.
You should ask someone. No, it's so good that you make it free actually.
Everyone's been telling me that, like, why, what the fuck, for free? And I'm like, no.
It's for the betterment of parkour.
Exactly. It needs to be free because I also said, please spread the word. Please download it and please spread it with as much people as you can.
You're on a podcast, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
The word is being spread.
Cool. That's amazing. Yeah.
I'm spreading the word right now.
And that's the thing. What we do in our online courses, we give Parkour on School as a mandatory self-assignment to the people joining the course.
Yeah.
And so what they can do, if a PA teacher would join my parkour course, he would be able to learn everything, every little detail about the techniques that are needed, and in order to learn it. And what they do is from day one, they learn the technical side of parkour, and they also implement it in their classes. And at the same time, they also learn the tactics, how to communicate, how to organize a parkour class, and all those specifics.
Damn.
Yeah, so for example, my brother is a very good soccer coach, like a good one. He decided 1 year ago to start parkour. He's now going to follow the course. Yeah. And although he doesn't know every detail about a move, he can just check it up, watch a video of 5 minutes, and know the details.
That's sick.
So he can do it.
It's a really good place to just go if you don't know how to do it. Yeah. That's sick. To go back a little bit to the coaching side of things, because it was a question I forgot to ask actually. I mean, we kind of talked about the side effects of bad coaching. Yeah. But can we pin down exactly what is the problem with having a bad coach in parkour? And with bad, I mean, not necessarily he's bad at coaching, but he just doesn't have the full picture of what parkour is. So he doesn't understand the not only the movement side of things. He doesn't know his stick or something. Not only that, but also he just doesn't know the culture, community, nothing. Yeah,
it's with everything. I think at school, our favorite teacher was the teacher who knew the most about the topic. Got to share it in the most passionate way, and also got to share it in a way that you thought like was, oh damn, this is different. Yeah. For example, we all had that one history teacher maybe who was able to tell the most amazing stories. Yeah. And it was probably the most interesting historic teacher you ever got.
Yeah, that's so true.
But how will you be able to tell stories if you don't know your history, or if you're not passionate about coaching, or if you don't know what to do, or if you don't know the sport? Yeah, that's the thing. Our whole class is like we literally made rules about how to divide some classes in like time frames for kids to understand every aspect of parkour. Like, you come in, you say hello, we meet up, we show them a video. This is going to be the subject of today. Because of them watching a video, they already got to know a little bit of the sport. Yeah, that's the first part of the story. Like, wow, damn, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, whoa, it looks good on the streets.
What are the type of videos you show?
Street videos mostly. Or videos from colleagues of them, or ourselves as trainers.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, that's cool. Like the first class you come into and you get to watch your trainer actually train. Yeah. It's so good for a student to get to know what you actually do.
That's true.
Right? And who you are. Yeah. Because most of them I had every time, of course. Back in the days, they would be following lessons with me or classes with me for 6 months, and then they ask like, and actually, can you do a backflip? But that's the question. You should know on the first class. You should already know that I'm able to perform this kind of high-level parkour stunts.
That's true.
In order for you to be like really hooked on the sport.
I'm gonna listen to this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to the guy because he knows his stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm able to learn that as well, and it goes so far. So, because when you know how to do a backflip, the student kind of gets a vision. If I stick to this class, eventually I'll be able to do a backflip.
Yeah, that's a problem I think a lot of not only students but maybe people also who want to teach parkour have. They don't know where to begin because there's this divide in how accessible it is, because they might have seen a video on YouTube and the crazy stuff like, whoa, but they just don't know where to begin. They don't have a connection. It's just a video on YouTube. I don't know where the fuck to go. But if you see someone close to you performing one of these tricks, and then you also see him do a basic trick, you're like, so that's where I start.
And that's also where a good coach comes in. And that's also this is literally an answer on your question. That's because if you are a coach who's not able to make it accessible for every kid in the class, that kid is gonna drop out. He's not gonna be interested. I think people should think, actually, because you compared it to like a history class and someone good at telling stories, we should compare it more to that than just having like just moving the whole time, keep it interesting, keep it fresh, know your stuff, show the passion you have about it, and that way the kids will not fall asleep, they will sit up straight and be like, what, this guy knows what he's talking about. I'm actually interested in what he's telling me, and make it like a lot of fun, and make so that everyone can have his plays his part or plays his role in the class. We also, at the end of the class, we ask a question about parkour. For example, with my 12 years olds, my highest or most advanced class, I told them like, okay, I know a guy, he's gonna start a parkour podcast, Ambras. Next week I'm gonna ask you questions about the first episode.
I love that.
You can watch the episode here. And it's going to be very interesting because it's going to be with Wart, who I know. So I already had some story about Wart and what he's done for the sport. And
that hooks them immediately.
It hooks them. Next week, there's some guys who didn't watch the episode. There's some guys who did. And then I asked the questions like, okay. And those guys are really like, damn, I can answer on that question. And then a few weeks later, we do a jam with Exception Movement, again, with the plus 12 years olds, which are super cool days. It's so nice to meet up with kids we coach all over the west of Flanders. It's 4 different cities, so they don't even know each other that good, but it's so cool to meet up. And then you show up on our jam, and there's a few kids like already like, that's the guy from the podcast. Like we know that guy. We kind of don't, but we know. And we saw videos of him in our classes. Remember that guy? He did the world championships. And
that's sick.
We tell those kind of stories constantly, and that's just what is amazing for the sport. And actually, it's not that hard. It's just people need to know more about parkour. If you coach parkour, and you have to share and fuel each other passions constantly, and then the ball will get rolling. And
Right. One more thing I wanted to say as well. We've been talking about coaching the entire time, and we've been talking really passionately as well. So some people might get the idea that it's all sunshine and rainbows. But I just want to say to people that start coaching and are new, your first lessons are kind of going to suck. It's not going to be, not everyone's going to listen and it's going to be like, oh, parkour is so amazing. It's kind of going to suck, right? My lessons, I've been teaching for 3-4 years. My lessons kind of still suck in most ways, but you get better, and it's really fun to, I also get a lot more connections with the students now, because when I started, I was way too much in my own head
exactly.
and thinking, oh, I have to do this and this,
Yeah.
and really not giving any like attention or like
That's the thing.
feeling to any of the students.
Yeah.
It was just really direct, and we have to do this, and now we're gonna do this, and now we're gonna do this. But one of the biggest things I've learned actually as a coach, as a beginner coach, is connection with your students.
Yep.
And seeing them not as just an annoying child who is not following your orders, but as a friend who is not interested in the lesson, or just talk to them like you would talk to a friend on a jam.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you're equals. You're still the teacher.
Yep.
They're not allowed to do everything your friends would do, of course.
No.
But talk to them like you know them as a friend. And as soon as you make that switch, even subconsciously, if you're just thinking, okay, he's a friend of mine, and you talk to them that way, you will notice a difference immediately. That's what I noticed. They will actually listen to you, and they will respect you way more, because you're not just the guy telling, hey, you should do this.
Exactly.
You're the guy coming up to them and be like, what's wrong? Do you not like the class? Do you want to do something else maybe? And just talk to them like a normal person. That's the biggest thing I've learned.
Yeah, man. It's
I just wanted
super interesting take, actually. Yes. Yeah. I see coaching as serving.
Yeah.
If you're coaching, you're serving the people you coach. And if you and that's crazy, because actually I think serving is one of the most wholesome things you can do as a human being.
Yeah.
Being there for someone else. Yeah. Actually supporting someone, like selfless, like not out of your own interest, supporting someone, them, but like for them, and supporting them, and creating an atmosphere.
Well, we've come full circle. You're just talking about the human connections again.
Yeah, and that's it.
We talked about,
But it will improve your coaching like immensely.
That's one of the first actually and biggest things I've learned in my first 3 years of coaching.
Yeah,
there's a lot more to learn, and I've also learned some other a bit less useful stuff, I guess. But that's a big one. If you already start coaching with just that in mind, you're gonna be way better than 50% of all the other people. It's crazy. It's true.
It is.
It's handy, and it also just makes it more fun for you. Because what's the point in teaching a class if you don't even like connection. It? Yeah. But to be fair, in the beginning, it'll probably be like that. That was like that for me for a while. I came from a class exhausted. Still do, but it's getting better and better, because I know where to put my energy, and it's way different. You don't have to fight back that much. I feel like in the first class, I was like, no, this and this, and he's not acting the way I want him to act, and then you lose so much energy, and it drains you, and it's exhausting. One lesson after, I was so tired, and I was like, fuck this, so annoying, and But now, after a class, not always, but sometimes I come back actually energized.
Oh, crazy.
Yes. And I'm like, that was a good class. I'm proud of myself. They had a good time. I had a good time. I think I think in the future I will have more and more of those types of classes. And that's lovely, I think. Yeah,
but it can be draining, and there's also levels to it. There's levels to it, man. Yeah. There's stuff that takes a lot of your energy, but you need that amount of energy to actually reach a certain potential within your student.
Yeah.
If you go the extra mile, potentially your student will arrive on the extra mile, So that's also like there's levels to it. So and along the way you can just improve and discover all those levels.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that also helps is not just teaching one certain group, because that's the easy mode, I feel like. Because after a while you get really used to the group, and that's really good, because you can really get to know them, and you know how everyone kind of works and how to work with them. But as soon as you teach just a random class that you've never seen before, and it's like 20 kids that you don't know, and they act so differently because they don't know you as well. They don't know the boundaries that you will set. So you have to start all over.
Yeah, it's true.
And it sucks. for me now. But it's
Yeah.
just because I don't have the experience yet to
Totally.
control that type of group.
I teach so much of these kind of sessions
Yeah.
because we have sports days and I give birthday parties as well and all those kind of stuff. And I pro jam. I don't want them to be like just some surface level of experience with parkour. So
Yeah.
I delve deep, and yeah, it's amazing what it can do for you as a person as well.
Yeah.
Because you get to subconsciously learn human behavior and see human behavior way faster.
Yeah.
And this is super amazing. Like a birthday party, for example, and a group of kids comes in, and the relations with the parents and blah blah. You observe for 2 minutes, and you know where to start, and how to regulate the energy level and guide it somewhere. And there's obviously just tips and tricks that you can do to make that a lot better. Obviously, but it's also a lot of human skills, social skills that you can get out of coaching. Like it's probably
that's true.
It's an amazing thing to do to develop as a human being.
I
coaching.
do also feel more social when I'm about to start a class, or because I kind of click on that mindset.
Yeah.
And even when parents come to me with questions and stuff, I'm way more social than I would be.
That's
if
crazy,
I
right?
didn't, because I'm just in that vibe of like, okay, I have to communicate with people and I have to be clear and stuff. So that helps me just explain stuff, and I think that's really nice. So if you're coaching right now and you feel like, oh, it's not going well, or you don't like it very much, go to Florian. He has a solution for you. It's crazy.
Yeah, you should definitely check out Coach Europe, because it's never gonna end. It's gonna travel across Europe, so wherever you're listening from this, maybe if you're in another continent, there's events like that. It will be in Belgium this year. 5 to 7 September in Leuven. So you could join that. You could already check out Parkour on School, because it's free and you can just check it out if you're a coach, or maybe if you're a very young student or like a beginner in your practice. You can also watch the videos and learn from there. And then in September 2025, the official start of the online coaching courses will also be there. So it's going to be the second edition, but obviously upgraded from the first edition. But it will be out there. So if you're interested in an interesting coaching course and you're a beginner coach, because it's not really advanced coaches will get something out of it, but it's better to check in with Parkour Uni if you're qualified to do the course. But it will be there. It will be twice a year. So
sick. And by the way, Florian is not also a good coach, but also a really good athlete. But he's not on Instagram right now, so I would say go give him a follow. But I don't know if you're posting now.
I don't know if
you should post more.
I should. I think, but most people who know me,
more.
I do think I don't train as much as I would like right now, but I do think that the people that train with me know that I film very, very rarely.
Okay.
So even if I train a lot,
you don't film.
I probably don't have that much clips to share.
So dumb. Just trust me, he's really good, guys. Trust my word, okay? Take my word for it. That's amazing.
It takes me out of the thing that I get from parkour, man. I just really love doing it. I love being in there in the moment with my friends.
Yeah, you have to be. You can't be a coach and not do parkour as on your own. Like
that's for sure. I think that's
or haven't done.
It fuels your passion for sure.
Yeah, definitely
for sure.
Yeah. And it updates your experiences also, because sometimes you can still get a new way of looking at parkour maybe later on, but not if you're not doing it.
Yeah, definitely. That's actually a very interesting take, because I do feel like a lot of people as coaches feel obliged to coach their vision of parkour or teach their style or teach what they know about parkour.
That's true, yeah.
But I think as a coach of parkour, the kid doesn't want to get to know your version of parkour.
Yeah.
As a coach, you're obliged to give the kid what it can get out, or the student or the grown up or out of parkour, what he or she can get out of parkour.
Yeah.
So and that goes on every level. Maybe in a certain task you should give different kind of tasks to different kind of students, or they want to take up a different role in your class. I had students who were responsible for the camera because they like photo and camera, and I as a coach wouldn't film anymore. I wouldn't film the moves of my students. It would be that guy who's interested in camera and photo that would, the students would go to that guy, to their student, ask him to film them, and I wouldn't do it as a coach anymore.
That's sick.
Some people control the vibes, and what they do, they put on the music, and they're responsible to take the speaker with them or something like that.
Sick.
Yeah, and you don't like. I try to teach or get the kids in touch with everything that's parkour possibly.
Yeah, so they can choose their own way.
I love Gizmo. I love that. But I would teach strictly parkour often.
Yeah.
Or flips as often. Or
sick.
Yeah, so you just don't take it from you, but like, what can they get out of it? You're serving. So if I'm serving, why should I?
I've heard you also said you at the end of every lesson you show a video or
in the beginning
or in the beginning or give something that's also part of sharing the whole of parkour.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're not showing the same video over and over again, right?
No,
you're showing a different video.
Different
so they're
videos.
Seeing like, oh, this is also parkour.
Yeah,
this is also parkour, and this is also parkour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And then they can take it, do with it whatever that they want, that they need out of parkour.
Yeah.
And that's again like, it's parkour as a medium.
Yeah. Sick.
Sick, man.
Last question, I guess then. But I think we already kind of know the answer. If you would to advise someone who wants to start coaching or teaching parkour, what would be your advice to where to start? What's the first thing they should do?
Get to know parkour.
Get to know parkour. That's actually, I didn't even think about it.
I
was already assuming that they knew parkour. But okay. Do parkour.
If you do parkour,
that's the first step.
Get to know parkour.
Yeah.
Get to know people who do parkour.
If you don't skip that step, right? That's an important step. But that's the problem. A lot of people do skip it and like, I'm gonna teach a parkour class today. It's cool.
No, don't.
Have you done No, I've not.
It's not even healthy for yourself. I think.
No problem.
It's not even healthy for yourself.
But that's the first step.
Yeah, that's the first step. And then learn to coach.
Learn to coach. Yeah.
And the best thing on how to do that is coach with an experienced coach.
Yeah.
Don't start coaching on yourself. The first thing people do, like, okay, I do parkour, I get to know parkour, and then I'll start coaching. No, take a step back, go to a parkour coach. There's somewhere there will be a parkour coach, probably, and try to get some mentorship in some way. Maybe it's just like talking, or maybe it's just a video that you share every week with each other. Like nowadays, you can just text each other about it, but find another coach who can mentor you a little bit so that you don't get frustrated with problems that will arise in the first few weeks or the first few months. And then you start to know how to coach. And then you can take a course. You can obviously download parkour on school already. That's the first step. Get to know parkour. So get to know the techniques and how to do it, and then you can follow courses and develop.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a big one.
Yeah, man, but very
big
interesting. Thank you so much. Actually,
I hope some people have learned something new, or I don't know. There was so much we talked about. It was crazy. It was so fun. Thank you for coming.
It was
I hope you got something out of it.
Man.
I think you got some exposure as well, because I'm gonna put a lot of clips on Instagram and stuff, and I hope people please share stuff from the podcast, because that's the only way Florian can get it out there, you know. Share.
Help is much appreciated. But thank you for
but you're doing so much for our community, but I feel like we're not giving back enough, you know? So you should do some. Come on, guys, come on. But, step up.
But I don't need that much actually.
No?
We're
He's
serving.
Just happy the way he is, bro.
You know, if you're doing it for for the thing, like for doing it,
Yeah.
not for reaching anywhere, because you
true.
could always go further. Like, I'm doing parkour for doing parkour. It took a long way, it took a long road to get there
To get to that view
point,
you
or
mean.
to that view.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I love parkour even more now because
Mhm.
I do it for the sake of it.
It's lovely.
More often than not.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So thank you so much, man,
Sick.
for getting me on here.
I don't
And
think we have anything
if I
left
don't-
to talk about.
No, I don't think. No, I think this will be my last episode with you, man. Yeah, it was
No.
very fun though. It was
We'll
very
get
fun.
you back
No,
on. We'll get you back on. Definitely.
It's amazing, and it's also really good opportunity now to say that what I love, but like really love about this is that you created a Mraz.
Yeah.
That you started it from an idea.
Yeah.
That you just like, we need to try this, and that then
And I
you have
tried
this crazy idea to do a podcast and like realize it. It's amazing to see these kind of things like developing and happening.
I love doing
in
it.
parkour.
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what
that's-
else to do.
at the moment,
I
maybe.
don't know what I would be doing.
But like, cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that, and that's really nice. It's cool.
Sick. Thanks.
Parkour, I like that.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
That was it, guys. See you. See you.
Cheers.
later. We should fix a good outro. Then. The song will take. The outro.